And I realized I've worked so hard all my life, and why isn't this working? Today on No Money, we are going to be talking about making money on a small income and what people don't know about wealth. So I began my journey learning about money basically as a pharmacy technician and kind of living paycheck to paycheck, and actually went through a divorce and bankruptcy. Then within 3 years, I was able to get over $1 million in assets, and now I'm living a wonderful life here in Madrid. So I wanted to come to El Rostro today to kind of show you that the way people dress here in Spain is very kind of business casual, and you'll notice that there's a lot of vendors here that are selling some pretty nice clothes, but these aren't name brand clothes, and that people are dressing nice, but they're not spending a lot of money. And I think that's one of the keys to making wealth. I had heard somewhere when you go into like a business meeting, all the people in the fancy suits and all of that, but it's actually the person sitting there in like the t-shirts and jeans who's the richest person in the room. They don't have to show off their wealth. And that's one way we can start saving money, is not trying to impress people, but almost doing it as a quiet secret as we build things. American tax code, it's made for everybody. The trouble is people just don't know it. But rich people have that built in to their system. They just want to pass that along generation to generation. And people like me, like you, growing up, never had that. They don't teach it in school. That's one of the main reasons we are doing this channel, that I wanted to do this, because you don't know what you don't know, and I want to make sure people know money. As I said, the tax code is for everybody, and we just need to learn how to use it like rich people do. One thing is buying assets rather than liabilities. So if you're spending your money on those, designer clothes or the good cars or all that, your money isn't working for you. And that's one thing rich people do, is they make sure their money is working for them rather than them working for money. And that's through different investments, through rental properties, real estate, dividends, investments. It can be, a number of different ways. Rich people think about money more as a vehicle to create more time rather than spending our time to make more money. A lot of us, me included, I had gone to college, done all the things you're supposed to do, and I just never moved forward in life. That's because I just thought, well, the harder I work, the more money I'll make, and then I'll be happy. Money does not buy happiness, but it does relieve a lot of anxiety and stress that we have in life. So money is not a bad thing. We need money for the mission to help other people. Other people could be our family, It could be friends, nonprofits or church groups or different organizations. If we can't help ourselves and we're working 40 hours a week trying to make all this money, and then we get home and we're exhausted, we don't want to go out and give to others, we want our time. So it's figuring out how the rich know money, and staying away from the liabilities. Liabilities are things that take money out of your pocket, as assets are things that put money in your pocket. So a lot of people think their house, if you have a house that you're living in, people think that's an asset. It's an asset for the bank, because the bank, if you have a mortgage on your house, they are making money every month. And if you say, well, no, this is my house, well, stop paying your mortgage and see what happens. They will swoop in and take your house. They own it until you pay off that mortgage. And other things like cars are a liability unless you happen to be using that car for business. That could be a tax deductible event, renting it out, sort of like an Airbnb model. Some people do that, and that makes your car an asset. Otherwise, it's a liability. It's costing you money each month. It's costing you money to run. Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I highly recommend it if you can get your hands on it. And he explained a lot about the difference of liabilities versus assets. And I realized it took 20 years to finally say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to invest no matter what happens. My car, I was so close to paying it off. I said, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that money I paid each month for my car, and I'm going to invest that in a rental property, maybe like a little mobile home or trailer, and rent it out. And my car got paid off. So happy. It was the first time I've ever had a car paid off. And guess what? Within a week, the engine seized up and died. I was so disappointed that I couldn't invest. I had to get another car, had to, pay the bank again for it. And I realized that this just isn't it. I've been doing this a long time. I've been working hard. I was at the top in the pharmacy industry as a technician. I was at like the top of my pay limit, and there was nothing else to go through. And I had gone to college. I had even taken master classes, and we're stuck in like a retail pharmacy job. And I realized I've worked so hard all my life, and why isn't this working? So I began to educate myself. I actually found on YouTube a video about velocity banking, how to pay off mortgages in half the time, sometimes a third of the time. And I started really diving in, finding ways to learn more about money. The tax system is made for businesses. If you have a business, you have tons of different tax write-offs that you can do. As an individual, there's only a few. We need to think differently about money. We need to know, to ask questions here. If you have questions for me, please ask. There's going to be a video here suggested. At the end, I suggest you go read that and some of our other things here on No Money, because I want to be honest in my journey. As I said, I went through a bankruptcy during my divorce. I was struggling financially, mental health-wise. It was a difficult time. And there was something, though, in me realized that there's got to be a better way. There's just got to be a better way. And amazingly enough, I found it surrounding my people who knew more than me, who helped me through finding education online, being able to really understand and know money. And within 3 years, actually it was more like 2 years, I had over $1 million in assets, which is still just incredible for me to even say it, because I never thought that was possible for me. I hoped, I tried, I worked hard, but I didn't know what I didn't know. So I hope you join me on this journey. I'm starting to close one business, opening another business, and I want to kind of help all of you along the way, and I want to try to be honest about everything that I've gone through, that I'm going through, that hopes, aspirations, the goods, the bads. I felt like this had to be more of a face channel, so you could see who I am and what I'm doing, and we can kind of help each other out. I'm a firm believer that we all do better when we lift each other up. So join us here at No Money, and we'll see you in the next video.